What is the Mandela effect? So the shortened idea of the Mandela effect is that, well, it's named after Nelson Mandela, and it was coined. The term was coined in 2013, and the whole idea is it's a mass misremembering of events that took place. So recalling events that simply did not happen, or having some sort of warped memories of things that exist. And there are so many examples of this that we're gonna hopefully cover a lot of them tonight. So it can do with pop culture, historical events, movies. There's a whole thing about movies, which I know a lot of you are big movie buffs, so we'll cover some of those as well. But it really has to do with like a lot of unrelated people having the same memories, but the memories being wrong about what they're remembering.
Yeah, we just had a huge argument. Mr. Movies and I just had a huge argument about it just before this started, actually.
Yeah, somebody commented on our community post. I was like, wait, what? That's a Mandela effect? Because I know what they're talking about.
Yeah. So in the movie Moonraker, James Bond movie, there is a character named Jaws, and he has a love interest in Moonraker, Dolly. And it's cute because she has braces and he has these silver teeth, and so they're like a match made in heaven, sort of weirdly, right? Apparently she never had braces. But I swear to God she did. Because I've seen Moonraker a million times with my dad, and
same here.
She always had braces. So I'm pretty sure that they have just erased the braces from all of these scenes of Moonraker.
But why would they do that?
And no, she didn't have. No, when I remember, I don't remember having braces throughout the whole thing. But there was at least one scene where she smiled and she had braces on, and it was like, oh, they're meant to be together. They both got
it's the whole point. Teeth. Like the thematic point of the scene is he grins at her because he grins at everybody with his teeth. And everybody always grimaces, but she smiles and she has braces, and they have that connection. She's like, "Oh, you got the teeth thing too."
Like, oh, we both have weird teeth. This is great, right? Apparently, it never existed.
So the real situation, does she just have like weird teeth or something?
No, she's never had braces. Apparently,
no. Just no.
What do her teeth look like? Can you bring it up?
Just normal. They just look normal.
So why? What did somebody
regular teeth?
Did somebody? Is this like a? How did you guys figure this out?
Somebody commented on our community post saying, I didn't believe in it until the Moonraker one. And I was like, Moonraker? Huh. And I looked up and I was like, because they said Dolly didn't have braces in Moonraker. I was like,
yes, she did.
Yeah, she does.
Don't be dumb.
We haven't watched Moonraker together either since we've met, but I've watched it a dozen times over the course of my lifetime. I know she has braces because that's the whole moment. That's the whole point of that scene, was them to share a smile with their silver teeth.
Yeah, I've probably seen Moonraker 100 times in my lifetime.
It's not a false memory. That is proof that we have branching timelines.
So wait,
that just blew my mind. Like, there's been some other ones.
Yeah, but then he was yelling at me about it. I was like, no, she's got braces. And he's like, no, she doesn't, apparently. Like, he was all heated about it, and I was heated about it.
I wasn't yelling at you. I was like, I'm agreeing with you. She has braces, but apparently she doesn't.
Funny.
Galaxian says, yeah, I remember her with braces.
Yes, she had freaking braces.
I wish I could relate to this one. I feel like I debunk all the things.
I'm with you, Burley. I can't either. I don't even know what they're talking about.
James Bond, you guys, come on.
You've never seen Moonraker with James Bond, Karen?
Classic.
You guys, let's not get into what I haven't seen, okay? Because the comments will just blow up.
Oh, she had spinach in her teeth. Is that what happened?
No.
So what is the actual scene?
I just threw a poll up. We'll see what people remember.
Can you show the actual scene?
I mean, I could find it, yeah.
Because I put together all of the most common Mandela effects, and all of them are just like...
Well, are those the pop culture ones, though, Burley? Not the movie ones? Because there is a whole boatload of movie ones.
Some of them are movie ones.
Okay. Let's take a look.
Yeah, some of the movie ones.
Should we look at them?
Do it. Yeah, let's do it.
It will not take long to debunk, I don't feel like, so.
That one somebody just drew on a fake tail. No.
Right, like look at that tail.
This one I didn't have. I think
we need
this
to
collective.
Some people don't know what we're talking about. We need to explain the Mandela effect.
Karen just did.
Okay.
From the whole I didn't hear Nelson Mandela explanation.
Oh, okay. So Nelson Mandela.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's called the Mandela effect because back in 2013 is when Nelson Mandela actually died. But when he died, there was this huge uproar from everybody because they had remembered him dying in prison in the early 80s. He spent 27 years in prison. I think he got out in like 1990, like late 80s, early 90s. And I don't know if people crossed timelines there and thought that's when he died. But after he got out of prison, he actually went on to become the president of South Africa. And there's this period of time where people just don't remember that. They do not remember him becoming like the whole reason he spent 27 years in jail was his radical his anti-apartheid
stance. Yeah.
Thank you. Stance. Mm-hmm. Yes. And his fighting for, all the racial justice and the misogyny and you guys, I can't think of the words. But anyways, when he finally got out of prison and he took this stance and he became just kind of this national hero and became a president of South Africa, he was the president, I think, for 4 or 6 years, but then ended up dying at his home in 2013. And everybody remembers him dying like in the early 90s. So like, what happened there? Like, where's that time? What happened to time there?
I heard a debunk theory about this one as well.
What was your debunk theory?
There was another activist that was very similar to Mandela who died in prison at the same time. And it could be this weird phenomena that people believed it was just him.
Misattributed one to the other. Yeah, that's possible.
Not to be a non-believer. I want to be a believer.
I clearly remember in school learning about him dying in prison. And maybe it was the other person, though, that they learned about, and they just also learned about Nelson Mandela about the same time. Because if you're going to learn about apartheid and all of that, you're going to learn about lots of figures at the same time, I would imagine. So.
Right. Like he could have learned about Nelson Mandela and other activists at the same time, but got the memory switch that it was the other guy that died.
Yeah. But you have to admit, it is interesting that there are so many people who have the same misremembrance then.
Yeah.
Like, why is that?
What is true are the history books that they use in schools and that are using to educate children, are they accurate? That's what you really have to consider, right?
That's a good point. Like maybe everybody did learn about